When you look into Discover Student Loans, what you see might surprise you. We can help cover your college costs, don't charge you fees, and give you cash rewards for good grades. Ready to apply? Visit discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
This episode is brought to you by Verizon. Get a Verizon Business Unlimited plan from the network businesses rely on. Hey, Monica, with 5G Ultra Wideband in many more cities, you get up to 10 times the speed at no extra cost.
Hello, downloads in no time.
Plus, unlimited premium data and hotspot data to keep the signal flowing and your teams going. Come in or book an appointment with a Verizon business expert to find the right plan for your team. 5G Ultra Wideband available in over 1,700 cities with Business Unlimited Pro 2.0 smartphone plan. Speed comparison is to median Verizon 4G LTE speeds. Download speeds may vary depending upon network and coverage conditions and content optimization for 5G Ultra Wideband.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Hello and welcome to the China Shop, everyone. Get on inside. Ice cold AC, lemonade if you make it yourself for yourself. I'm Shopkeeper Dan. With me as always is Kyle, creator of financialineptitude.com. How you doing today, Kyle?
I'm confused. People still make lemonade? Like real lemonade?
Well, how else are you going to get lemonade?
I've tried it before. It always fucks my stomach up. I don't know. Something about the sugar and lemons. Maybe I just don't get the ratio right. It always really screws up my stomach.
You don't have to make lemonade, Kyle. It's just summertime.
Well, what if I do if someone gives me lemons?
Throw them at people?
All right. This is going nowhere.
All right. Okay, come on into the shop today. Folks, sit back, relax, rage against the hedge machine. As always, we do love to welcome any of the new listeners just joining us. We are here smashing our way through a complete set of fine china, sharing our ever-growing strategies for maximizing gains, cutting losses. And, if you are new to the shop and stock trading in general, you can always check out our knowledge and resource centers on financialineptitude.com, or you can give one of our many beginning trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description. But best thing to do is just jump on our free. Kyle, I know how to talk. I can form all the words with my mouth.
It's just not in the right order.
And make the sounds. I can do this. But the best place to be is our Discord server. We get on there every day, and it's just a really awesome place to be. It's totally free. There aren't any paid tiers or special access areas, because fuck that shite. When you do join the server, send us a private message or email with your mailing address, your shipping home mailing address, so we can send you some smash-it-yourself swag straight from the shop. And then completely throw away your address, because we're not looking to sell that either. We don't give a shit. We're just really glad you're here. It's a lot of fun. Always better with friends.
Yes. Well done. You did it.
I said the thing.
Good job, Dan.
Yes. Okay, yeah, we're done? We're done? I can go?
Yeah, show news.
Yeah, we got any show news to report, Kyle?
Yes. Well, I don't know why you always ask that. Yes, the answer is always yes. We always have guests coming up. This week, we will be talking to the people over at Designated Quizzers podcast. To be doing another beginner episode with them. But filling in for the two cancellations we had to round out our schedule is Joseph Hogue. He's the host of Let's Talk Money on YouTube. Also worked corporate finance and real estate for starting a career investment analysis. He appeared on Bloomberg and CNBC. Also, Paul Halme.
Halme?
I have no idea how to pronounce this name. Halme.
Halme.
Halme. Paul Halme. He's an ex-stockbroker for a major Wall Street firm, two-time best-selling author. That should round out our month. We got to get our schedule. We got to get on the schedule the Orderflow Labs part 2.
Oh, yeah.
Of our continuing series, too. So if people have questions they want to submit for the upcoming episode, do that in the Discord.
I know there's a lot of you out there, because Flaherty's been on our Discord, a lot of buzzing around great futures activities.
He jumped in, was trading with me on, I think it was Wednesday, sit and try to absorb as much information as I can from him.
Yeah, he's a pro for sure.
Yes.
Okay, folks, we have got an admirable, adorable, adroitable show for you today. Plenty of market-moving news, stocks on the radar, and more options than balls on a honey badger.
Honey badgers don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
Give a fuck. And please reach out to us. We do love your messages and comments on Twitter, Facebook. We absolutely adroitably adore you on Discord. Got that link in the episode description. If you're old school, you can send us an email to 2bulls@financialineptitude.com. That's number 2 bulls. Or you can give us a phone call, 725-22-bulls. Maybe you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made. Or maybe you're stuck on an alien planet acting out the entire script from the film Dances with Wolves. It doesn't matter. We just love it when you reach out.
Does anybody know that reference anymore?
I'm sure there's like 3 or 4 people that were like, oh yeah, Avatar.
I never saw Avatar, but I don't think anybody who's seen Avatar has probably seen Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, not a lot of crossover in those 2 films.
And speaking of messages, we have gotten a few this week.
Oh.
Most of them are giving you props for quitting smoking, trying to help encourage you. Got one from Jeremy on Facebook. Spac Tigler sent us a private message to me. And I think Jared Bibler sent you an email even.
Oh, he did, which, for one, hi, Jared. I love that you listened to the show.
Yeah.
And thank you.
And Jeremy and Spac Tigler.
And 2, thank you to everyone for those positive communications. That's the word.
Yes.
I do gratefully appreciate all the support, and it is going very well. I think about it less and less. I'm almost, I got 1 more week to that 3-week point where the just physically no nicotine effects at all.
Nice.
So I'll be eager for that. But, I really haven't been having much problem. It's easier to set me off, I think, is all that's going on. But it's not a big deal. Not in a major way. Anyway,
Jeremy also said he loved the strip club consequences and is really looking forward to hearing audio from the stripper's point of view.
Yeah, I gotta do that this weekend.
Yes, you do.
That is on my to-do list this weekend.
I am really looking forward to that. Just don't get in trouble. That's all I say.
We'll see what happens. I may have to just write down their answers.
However it has to be.
I don't know. Will they let you bring a notebook into a strip club?
Hey,
you one of those artists? You can't draw these girls.
As long as it's college ruled, I think you're okay.
It's high school ruled bullshit. You're too young. Get out.
The spaces are too big. That will not interfere with the boobies.
Can't take notes with that thing. Okay. All right. It's time to talk about the bet results.
Yes.
Kyle, I lost some money.
I lost a very minimal amount of money. I think I should be in the lead this week.
Yeah, you are. So my plan of the breaks 1550, I should have just bought at the open and sold at 1550, right?
Yeah, right.
Because Tuesday it broke 1550. Wednesday it got as high as 1616. And then then it pulled back down to about 1550. That's actually, it closed at 1549. Okay, so break and a retest. The next day it got up to 1615. Bad news. Printed another doji candle and failed the retest. Ended the week at 1439. So I got in at 1550 and took it down to 1439, which brought my bet total from 479.36 down to 445.03.
Ouch.
So once again, I'm the biggest loser.
I went with IPOF, a SPAC, hoping that they were going to be announcing some acquisition news here soon after seeing some massive volume into the close on Friday. It opened the week at 10.05 and closed at $10 even. No news. Not surprising. But I could have picked a lot worse things to park money in for a week than a SPAC that is going to revert to $10 if they don't announce anything. So
yeah.
So I lost about $2.50. I'm sitting at $497.51. And then Random had BSY, which was Bentley Systems, I think it was.
Software company.
Yes. They opened the week at 35.40, closed at 33.06. That's its Random in second place with 462.42.
The next month I'm just doing cash the whole month.
I know, right?
In
fact, I might have to go look up another SPAC for this week. Can't lose if you don't play.
I'll buy bonds.
There you go. Can you go long inflation? Speaking of which, let's talk about some news.
Okay.
Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two fools trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, Dan.
Two fools trading information.
What?
Two fools trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two fools trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. What information? True. All right, Dan. Obviously, we have to start off with inflation report, right?
Yeah, kind of a big deal this week, a little bit.
Yeah, yes, it was not good. CPI data showed mounting evidence that the war in Ukraine was continuing to push prices of food, gasoline, electric power, and other staples higher. Inflation in services like housing remained high. Inflation in consumer goods, which administration officials hoped was slowing as the supply chain snarls worked out in sectors like the automobile manufacturing, they surged anew after a spring slowdown. Staples for things like eggs, meat, and bread also soared. The index measuring the price of food at home, the largest annual increase since 1979. The analysis at TD Securities wrote in a report shortly after the release, the 1970s called and wants its inflation back. This report should be of great concern for the Fed.
Yeah.
Kramer was even on doing his, crazy spouting off shit.
The United States, it's a don't buy US.
I think he was calling for 100 BIP interest rate hike at this next meeting. I'm trying to see if I got the numbers in this actual report here. I think the expectation was a 0.7% increase. It ended up being around 1%. So it was not good. It was really not good. Remember all that talk about inflation having peaked already?
Yeah.
No.
It
has not yet. Biden is still, let's see what else they say on here. But Biden and his team have been trying to make a delicate pivot on the inflation issue, calling it his top economic priority and increasingly expressing sympathy for the households struggling to cope with these rising prices. They have sought to reassure markets by leaning into a message of trust in the Fed to manage inflation with the interest rate increases. Yes, trust the Fed. The same Fed that didn't believe inflation was real for, 2 years before?
It's transitory. Yeah, it's not going away anytime soon. There's no easy way out. And I really feel like this is the result of what we talked about last year. Like you can't just pump money into the system forever without some sort of blowback.
Growing pains, or I guess shrinking pains in this case.
Yeah, that easy monetary policy was just like we rode high on it for so long.
I think this is making the next Fed meeting starting to look very interesting.
I heard it's going to be a cage match.
Right now, they're still only pricing in 50 bips for the meeting that's supposed to be next week.
Yeah.
But the Fed members are in the blackout period right now, so they can't even speak to the media to even hint at what they're considering right now. But I think 75 bips is starting to look more likely in the July meeting.
What other tools do they really have at their disposal, right?
I mean, they can stop shrinking the balance sheet. I mean, it's not going to help with inflation, but it might help keep the stock market from getting destroyed.
Well, I think maybe the stock market needs to get a little destroyed.
Maybe. Sucks for all the people holding retirement accounts, though.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are realizing when they talk about the rich and the stock market only helping them, everybody who owns a 401k is now starting to see the fallacy in that belief.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of pension plans. Well, no, I just mean with that easy policy for, 2008, 2009, for well over a decade.
Yeah.
Like, it put the market in a place where it just didn't reflect what a natural valuation would have been.
Well, hopefully they clear out the balance sheet and then they just start doing it again for another 10 years. So that way we can just buy everything.
Really embrace the boom bust of the whole cycle.
I know, right? If it's planned to be easy for everyone to make money.
You're right. If we know, yeah. All right, everybody, boom on.
Right.
Boom off.
Oh, God, that'd be hilarious. I don't think it quite works that way.
No. I came across an article that was titled "Yellen's Humility on Inflation is Refreshing," says former FDIC chair Sheila Blair.
That's how we're supposed to have trust in it. It's by them admitting that they are blindsided by this Mac 10 that's been flashing its headlights at them for the past 2 years.
Well, I mean, I do appreciate the point of, like, basically everybody's, throwing rocks at Yellen, being like, yeah, shut up on inflation. But it's like, okay, we can criticize him for being full of shit on it, but like the moment she starts telling the truth, we're going to criticize her for that too. And I do appreciate that point. Like, no, fair enough. Like, we should not be coming after her when she's finally like, okay, we were wrong on inflation. But you got to trust that Fed. Got to trust them.
I got to say, this inflation print kind of surprised me because I actually found a story that I posted in the Discord a couple days ago about import demands dropping off, like not just like a little bit, but like falling off.
Really?
Making me think that like if the supply chain is what's been driving inflation all this time, according to most economists.
Yeah, most economic measures.
Yeah, then the drop off of the bookings on ocean containers should lead to easing of that, right?
Well, it may lead to the easing of the growth, but what's the difference between you ordered and it doesn't show up or you don't order it?
Well, the problem is, and this is in the middle of this article, was talking about the buying patterns normalizing to pre-COVID levels, and because the retailers had been trying to keep everything on the shelves in case there was another lockdown. Now they're stuck with way too much inventory. In fact, that's what caused Target to drop on Tuesday.
Yeah, Target.
Because the company was saying they were marking down unwanted items, canceling purchase orders, and trying to get rid of all that excess inventory.
Yeah, a lot of clearance items I've been seeing at Walmart and Target this last week.
Yeah, and the capacity, at least on Trans-Pacific, is the one this article references, has remained stable. The spot rates from China to the West Coast have dropped 38% month over month.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Container imports bound for the U.S. have dropped over 36% since May 24th. And that's an index measuring the departing volumes at the point of origin.
Okay. Supply and demand doing its thing.
Yeah, so it looked like actually we're finally getting back to pre-COVID levels as far as the import volumes.
With pre-COVID levels, like, didn't they drop from COVID?
No, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can read this and find this again. Reversion. Okay, put the U.S. containerized imports from all countries of origin down 36% year over year, which is a reversion back to the volume levels of the summer of 2020.
Oh, so no, it's put us back to COVID levels.
Yes. And part of the reason for this whole thing was obviously the lockdown initially, but then the resulting lockdowns in China made everyone afraid that there's going to be more lockdowns.
Yeah.
In other places. So these companies were trying to keep enough inventory on hand in case there were more disruptions that happen. So they overextended, ordered too much shit. Now they're stuck with a bunch of excess inventory and probably have to overcorrect that. But that should be good for the supply chain. That should ease everything, right? That should ease all the burdens that have been placed on it at the ports and the shipping. And
certainly some of it.
Right. At least you would think.
Yeah, well, it would have to. It would have to ease some of the problem. We're ordering less, then the demand is lowered. The supply will react accordingly.
As inflation, the only thing that may be making it worse is just gas prices continuing to go up. I think that's the one factor that is not helping.
The fact that all the oil and grain we lost from the Ukraine invasion, the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Yes.
That little thing.
Anyway, that little thing may keep things expensive for a while. All right. You had one more story you wanted to bring up?
Oh, yes. Mr. Gary Gensler, if you recall, the head of the SEC looking into payment for order flow, has threatened a crackdown.
I saw that. Was there any actual legislation, or was he just saying was he just summarizing his report that he'd been working on forever?
He's actually proposing SEC rule changes.
Oh, wow.
That would require firms to compete directly to execute trades from retail investors. And he's also going to require more disclosures around fees and data.
I am kind of torn on this whole thing because I see the benefit of payment for order flow in that, it got a lot of people invested in learning about the markets, and it's nice not having to pay commissions too. But on the other hand,
is that the only way to do it?
I mean, how else would you not charge commissions?
Well, what if you could charge commissions, but it was like the pennies that they were going to pay for your order flow?
Yeah, it'd be nice if it wasn't just a whatever fee for whatever order. Like any order used to be like $7 on TD Ameritrade.
Yeah.
Whether you bought one stock or 7 million.
One share or 7 million shares, same fee. Yeah, I remember. That's one.
There is a much better way it could be. I guess, you make a good point.
Like, it's not the only way. I agree. Like, we should be seeking ways to get people involved. And it has been really easy. I guess Apex Clearing told they're a clearing firm. They're a clearing firm that handles trades for like Webull and SoFi. Yeah. They've been building a marketplace for matching customer orders through like an auction process, as Apex describes it, which would let stock exchanges compete directly with market makers like Citadel and Virtue.
Interesting.
So I would like to learn more about that specific thing, but there aren't a lot of greater details in this article about it, other than they're trying to create competition on the payment. It feels like they're trying to create the competition on the payment for order flow, right?
Competition is usually good in capitalist markets. That's kind of the whole idea behind it.
Well. That's its own podcast.
I know, right?
I've got some arguments as to when competition might not be the best. But anyway, I can do it cheaper. Yeah, I'll build that bridge for you. Half the money.
Half the bridge.
That's never happened.
Right.
Anyway, it's interesting to read about. Certainly, I've still got some fire in my belly from the whole GameStop shut down the sell side fiasco to save Citadel's ass.
Allegedly. In quotation marks.
Yeah. All right, I've got some alleged fire in my belly.
Right. I can hear the finger quotes around. All right, you got any other news stories you want to cover?
I'm not under general news, just under, I got some stocks and I got a good crypto one.
All right. Should we do some reads?
You know who doesn't charge payment for order flow?
Are you sure? I think they get referral bonuses. That might be something similar.
Oh, that's funny. You know who else has mastered payment for order flow?
No, wait a minute. No, that would be them paying a broker to give them their loans. No, they definitely do not do that.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is proudly brought to you by Sue Pullen at Fairway Independent Mortgage, an equal housing lender. Sue Pullen is a certified mortgage advisor who focuses on finding the right product for you and your needs. She's got over 20 years of experience helping thousands of homeowners, whether it's purchasing, refinancing, or even the lovely reverse mortgage. Sue will help. She's licensed in 28 states, is it, Kyle?
It is 28. She just added Oklahoma to that list.
And she told us it wasn't growing because we used to say "and growing," and then boom, here we are at 28. I think she's going to get bored one day, and it's just going to be 50.
I think that she just wants the challenge of just having all of them.
She's Pokemoning.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta
collect them all.
So reach out and see what Sue can do for you. Best way to reach her is to just give her a call at 520-977-7904, or you can send her an email, spullen at fairwaymc.com. That's Pullen at fairwaymc.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage has an MLS number of 2289. Sue Pullen has an MLS number 206048. That email again is spullen at fairwaymc.com. And that phone number is 520-977-7904.
And Two Bowls in a China Shop is also proud to be affiliated with the Trade Pro Academy. Trade Pro Academy is an educational platform that offers institutional trader development programs to new and experienced independent traders. I need to shorten that sentence. Translation: you can learn to trade like those big institutions. They have a great staff of highly knowledgeable and successful traders, and there's just no better place that we've found to learn everything you need to know to be a great success, or at least put you on the path to success. What you do with that information is up to you.
It's still up to you, right?
You can find them online at tradeproacademy.com, or you can just use that affiliate link in the episode description, as that's a great way to support the show and improve your own knowledge and skills. Mm-hmm. And there's still that 10% discount code in the Discord. We have not been shut down yet.
All right.
Taunting George has not got us in trouble yet.
Yeah, we know he still hasn't listened to any episodes since he was last on it.
I think next time we get him on the show, I want him to read the Trade Pro live read just to see what happens if he reads it. I'm going to have him read the Trade Pro one, see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, you should book him on just to have him on. I haven't talked to George in a while.
I'm trying. Yeah, I want to get him on just to come in when we have like the Fed meetings or things like that, just to kind of discuss so we actually have a more informed opinion. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, agreed.
In fact, I should message him now.
Yeah, why don't you message him now while I tell everybody at home about the amazing, awesome Flary and Leo from Orderflow Labs. These guys have got a custom toolkit of studies for trading futures on Sierra Charts, NinjaTrader, and Motive Wave. They shared them with us, and they are brilliant studies set up for structure and execution. They got buy sell zones, exhaustion absorption detectors, dominator signals, big pivots, reconstructed tape. They got something for everyone. Constantly adding and testing out new strategies with their studies, offering tons of support, help you use their tools. They get on our Discord. Flary's been getting on our Discord. That's been just truly a blessing. If you're trading futures, check those guys out at orderflowlabs.com.
And I think they actually just, they got 2 new studies that just got released. The weekly MGI, they call it, and range extensions. So I need to check those out and see how they work. But yeah, they're always adding new stuff. It's amazing.
All right. Well, Kyle, should we move on and talk about some stocks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time.
Take that, lawyers. All right, I've got 2 stories I want to talk about.
Okay.
I guess I can kick it off, huh?
Yeah, kick it off. Let's hear it.
All right. Activision Blizzard has recognized a new Call of Duty workers union. What does that make you think when you hear that headline?
I'm assuming that's like all of the programmers and marketers and development team for Call of Duty has their own union, which is kind of weird.
Yes, it's actually weirder than that, though, because it's not every worker who works on Call of Duty. It is the quality insurance employees at Raven Software in Middleton, Wisconsin.
With the quality assurance team?
Yes, just the employees at the Middleton, Wisconsin location. They voted 19-3 in favor of joining the Communications Workers of America.
What the hell is going? What?
Yes. So now there is a 20-person union for a very small part of Activision Blizzard. And Activision Blizzard just recognized them on Friday and began the negotiations on behalf of the small group of QA testers.
Okay. My head is exploding a little bit right here. First of all, there's an office of 20 people whose job it is to play Call of Duty to make sure that it's a good game.
I don't know if it's just the quality assurance people at this location, but it's just the quality assurance employees at this location.
And furthermore, their job is so bad they had to unionize? What the hell is happening?
Yes. Let's see what they actually said why.
God damn it, I'm tired of having to be the guy to change the water in the water cooler. We should be having the Arrowhead guy come in and change the fucking gallon bottle. Ugh.
I think because of the type of job it is, that the pay is not good for it. Because who wouldn't want to play Call of Duty and get paid to do that.
Okay. Well, I make a joke. It's not actually easy to be a good quality assurance because you're not playing it to have a good time. You're playing it to try and break the game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that's actually a skilled job. But damn.
And it looks like 200 workers at Google formed a labor union for U.S. and Canadian offices last year, too. So this is looking like it's starting to become a trend.
Yeah.
There was some pushback. I think Activision tried to state that because of the Microsoft takeover, they were trying to get the National Labor Review Board to dismiss the petition, citing that a recent reorganization, and argue that any vote on unionization should be conducted among a much larger group of employees. Kind of hard to argue against that. But because Wisconsin is a right-to-work state, any lawyer can choose not to be a member or choose to join one.
Yeah.
The CWA did say that the employees will not have to vote to recertify if Microsoft does succeed in acquiring the company.
I think that's a play. This is a long play by the unions.
This is a toehold.
The existence of this one union, when Microsoft absorbs it, gets unions in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Microsoft won't be able to kick the... Yeah. Okay. That's smart play. Just my gut. I don't have anything to back that up, but I would be willing to bet that this is the way to get unions in Microsoft.
Now, the Activision stock, I think the purchase price was somewhere around like $95 a share. That's not the exact number, but somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Stock's still trading at, I think it closed this week at 76.50-ish. Looking at the charts that I've drawn on, this past, back at the end of April, it finally broke below pretty strong support around 78.50. Looks like it's building out a new one around 76.25. This is one of those ones where if you believe that deal is going to go through, that's probably worth picking up some long-dated call options or something.
When was the deal announced?
See the massive gap on the 18th of January?
January, okay. Yeah.
That was it. So I don't expect this one to really fall much unless something actually comes out and says that the deal is not happening.
It's in that holding pattern, right?
Yeah.
If it's really betting on your belief.
Yeah.
I think it's going through.
I think so too.
It just would follow and make sense that Microsoft's consolidating its power in the industry, and this is a big win for them.
Plus, this gives them some exclusivity on their titles.
You know what? This isn't an article I posted in the Discord, so this is a podcast exclusive. I was reading on Reddit. Blizzard just released the Diablo Immortals game.
Mm-hmm.
There's a New Zealand YouTuber that has spent over $6,500 on the microtransactions in the game.
Oh, wow.
Trying to get some of the rare items and the rarest items. You know how many $6,500 I got him? None. Zero. Somebody cracked the numbers and said it would take $110,000 to get the rarest item.
Oh my God. Just from the percentages of the drops?
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. So they're facing a lot of blowback. So I don't know. Activision Blizzard may be damaging their brand as we speak.
These microtransactions are terrible.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful.
I mean, you get disclaimers and things that pop up for like gamblers help if you like have a gambling problem when you go to any of these types of sites. But microtransactions are just as bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You don't even have a chance of winning money. You're just giving it away.
Yeah, for the possibility of a perk in the game.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you got?
The first one was, Geico, owned by Berkshire Hathaway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Geico Insurance, completely owned by Berkshire Hathaway. So we'll be looking at that BRK.A here in a second. But a Missouri woman has been awarded over $5 million in a settlement from Geico because she got HPV in a dude's car and the dude was insured through Geico.
That is one hell of a precedent to set.
Well, the policy, so she's claiming it's a medical injury that she got.
Right.
Because he didn't disclose that he had HPV, and she was able to prove she got it from him.
Uh-huh.
And they fucked in his car. So
That is crazy.
I see both sides, for sure. Because I'm like, she got a medical injury in his car. that happened, and that is what they're insuring. Wouldn't an insurer make you stick to the letter of the law, not the spirit of the law, Kyle?
Oh yeah, no, I love this. Actually, this is
yeah, they would. They might have gotten out of it, but they pushed her into arbitration, right?
Pushed her into what?
Arbitration.
Oh, okay.
And it was the arbiter that awarded it. So then when they went to fight it in court and said that they didn't get a chance to defend themselves, the judge said, you move this to arbitration.
Yeah.
Which is what you do so people get, so they judge, when they judge for you, they don't get to take it to court and undo the arbitration.
Right.
Arbitration stands. That was your opportunity, Geico. Oh, we're sorry, it didn't work out for you this time.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So I just had to share that because that's the feel-good story of the year for me.
Meanwhile, Berkshire Hathaway, I'm looking at their stock and...
Oh, you see that Head and Shoulders, man?
Do you see that support level it's sitting at right now?
Oh, yeah. No, it's...
God, I can't even say that number. 440,000?
Give or take a few hundred. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's at its support. But it had a nice gap down.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it's all on Geico News.
No, this gap down was from the inflation. Everything tanked today.
On the daily, it looks like it's got a pretty big Head and Shoulders with the head up at 550,000, and we just completed it. So it's hit this resistance. I bet it falls through, retests, and just keeps going down. We might see Berkshire Hathaway as low as 400,000 even.
Yeah, that's my next support zone I have on there.
That's what I would really love it around 350,000.
Yeah, that's where you'd buy it.
That's where I'd buy it.
This still has a long way to go to get back to its pre-COVID highs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still got like another 25% it could fall. It looks like another 100,000 it can drop.
Yeah, that's where I want it. Yeah. Give it another 25%. I'll pick up get some leaps on it. God, how much would a leap on Berkshire Hathaway cost?
Depends on how far out the money you go. That'd be pretty far.
I'll take the $2 billion call option on Berkshire Hathaway, please.
Yes. All right. This next story was submitted to us by Varen on the Discord. I didn't even see this, so thanks for sharing this one. But Tesla is seeking investor approval for a 3-for-1 stock split.
Wow.
Buried in this article, too, is the company is also asking shareholders to vote to reduce the board of directors' terms from 2 years to 3, or reduce it to 2 from 3. If that was approved, they'd stagger those terms over the 2 years.
Okay.
I didn't know Larry Ellison was on the board either. Apparently, he's not going for re-election when his current term ends either.
Oh, we're losing Larry?
I guess so.
Damn.
But Tesla, another 3-for-1 split. I love that the first comment on this, too, is somebody named Dave saying, too little, too late. We are in the worst recession in 40 years. Does he think that Tesla thought that announcing a stock split was going to cause their stock price to shoot up again?
Right. Too little, too late. You should have done more, Tesla. Should have done more to fight this recession.
Should have split sooner?
Yeah, right?
I guess. I don't know. Anyway, Tesla at a support right now at 700. Actually, a little bit below that.
Yeah.
It's already dipped below the end of May. Man, this thing, where's the next target there? 540?
Yeah, I was just about to say, it's down there like 560, 540, 560.
Yeah, this one's got some room to fall still, too.
And if it doesn't hold there, it's gonna hit 460 pretty fast.
It's definitely in a bearish pattern. This thing can move quite a bit, though, and I'd look for it to retest some of these other levels above before trying to jump on board.
Best case scenario, it's just in a extended bear channel since the end of 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
So it would need to break out of that. Not likely.
Yeah, not with what's going on right now.
I still think like the macroeconomic trend to me has me bearish on everything for the time being.
Yes.
Just global events, the totality of what's happening in the world. Like, no, not yet. We'll get back there. It's not there yet.
Agreed. Get that hard reset.
All right, we got any earnings to talk about?
Okay. No, I was not even looking at them this week. Just go straight to crypto.
I got some crypto in my wallet. Doji, Sushi, Polka Dot, NFT. Decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
Crypto.
Thanks again, Ray, for that awesome crypto song.
Yes.
Let's, you want me to start her out, or you got one?
I've got one. Actually, my wife shared this one with the Discord a couple days ago. Guy thought he was logging into his crypto account, and hackers stole $165,000 worth of Ethereum.
What?
This is a few days before Christmas last year. So what happened was he got in front of his computer. He wanted to check his balance. He typed in the web address for Coinbase, but hackers had put a bug in the URL that sent him to a fake website, which that was where he entered his login and password.
His login and password, right.
So the crooks got everything they needed to steal his life savings, and they did. But because it's crypto, he was able to go and track down the ledgers because it's all published on the public ledger. So he found where those transactions all went. He contacted both the local and federal law enforcement, but the FBI told him his loss was not large enough to merit an investigation.
165 grand?
Yeah. Yeah, the actual statement that Special Agent Elizabeth Hammond said in an email to NBC News, unfortunately, due to the dollar amount involved in your complaint, management has determined it does not rise to our required threshold level, and the FBI will not be moving forward with an investigation at this time.
Oh my, wow.
And she also continued to say, like with many prolific and involving schemes, we're not going to arrest or prosecute our way out of this, whether it's individuals or businesses. Education is the key. We urge people to visit the ic3.gov to familiarize themselves with the latest trends.
Really?
And then she also tried to blame...
Look.
Wait.
Damn it. Well, we'll never stop the war on drugs by going after the dealers. We can only go after the people on the streets.
Right. Martin was also trying to go after Coinbase, too, because Coinbase is saying that they're not responsible. Every user is required to secure their own device, laptop, or phone. But yeah, this is where the lack of regulation really is hurting people, I think.
Yeah, like he did the work. He did the work for them. They didn't even have to track them down. They just had to put it in the system and move forward. Oh, that's
go find whoever this wallet belonged to, and that was it. That was all they had to do.
Oh, infuriating.
So there's been several other big ones. I think they mentioned the 2016 breach of Bitfinex. Hackers stole Bitcoin worth around $4.5 billion. The Justice Department has recovered $3.6 billion of that. So the real lesson learned from this is if you are stealing people's crypto, just make sure you're doing less than 160,000.
Yeah, and this is actually makes me angry, Kyle.
Angry, yes.
This reinforces that we're the FBI, but only if you're rich enough.
Yeah.
What the fuck? We're not here to enforce laws unless you're rich enough. Well,
Right.
Fuck you, FBI.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Yeah. You tweet that. Tweet that. I'll start a feud with the FBI on this. I don't even like crypto. Apologies to crypto fans. I love crypto. Crypto is the best thing ever.
This one is tough because this is one of the. That's like, how is he supposed to know that he's not on the actual Coinbase website when they can perfectly mimic some of these things? Like, do we have to inspect our URLs now and make sure that there's not like an extra period in there or something crazy? That's
a really clever way to fish somebody's password, right?
I'm going to put the link to this site that they recommended we check out, the ic3.gov. I'll put that link in the description. If you have crypto wallet with a decent amount of money in it, you should probably check it out because the FBI is not going to help you.
They're not going to help you. Clearly.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons I do enjoy apps on my phone or the like the Thinkorswim app.
Right.
I use to trade. It's like I log in using that piece of software. So if something goes wrong, it is on them.
Right. Which happens a lot too.
Also, because it's not crypto, it's FDIC insured at some level, isn't it?
Yes.
No.
Yep.
Well, I actually have a crypto story about maybe getting to a spot where we've got regulations for crypto.
You don't say. You mean my story paired really nicely with yours?
I do say, Kyle.
It's almost like it was planned.
There's been a bipartisan bill put forward in the Senate by Republican Cynthia Lummis and Democrat Kirsten Gillibrand, what they describe as many call a landmark crypto bill named the Responsible Financial Innovations Act.
They have such great names, don't they?
Yeah, Orwell would be pleased. So here's the rundown of the provisions. It's going to seek to classify digital assets into securities and commodities and regulate them accordingly. So that's going to give digital asset companies the ability to determine what their regulatory obligations will be.
They're actually figuring out where they belong.
Yeah, it would, for example, it would define Bitcoin and Ether as a commodity.
Okay.
And it would be regulated by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission.
All right.
Yeah. It would give regulatory obligations and regulators the clarity they need to enforce existing security and commodities trading laws. So it's not like they would create new laws just for crypto. It's like, okay, no, crypto's now a commodity.
They have existing ones. Right.
The existing framework goes into play. And it would seek to lighten the tax burden for crypto holders and miners. Mm-hmm. Small purchases of up to $200 would no longer have to be reported to the IRS, and that would make transacting crypto easier. It also declassifies miners as brokers seeking to exempt their holdings from taxation until redeemed for cash. Mm. I would assume a lot of miners want that.
I don't know if they do, because then that means they'd have to pay taxes on whatever they've mined, because now it's considered earned.
But they don't get taxed on it until they sell it for cash.
It declassifies miners as brokers seeking to exempt their holdings taxation. Okay, maybe I'm not reading that blurb right.
So now if say I've been mining crypto all these past 3 years, but I keep it in Bitcoin, then I still haven't paid anything in tax. And then it's like, I'll get I'll sell this small amount of Bitcoin, and then I pay taxes on that.
I was reading that as it's already how it works, and they're declassifying them from that. I'm not sure. So they could be either really good or really bad. But I don't mind, so I don't know how it actually works.
The last bullet point was on the anti-crypto side. Loomis and Gillibrand want to eradicate algorithmic stablecoins that aren't backed by TradeFi assets such as gold or fiat currency. Mm-hmm. Probably like the Terra Luna.
Yes.
It would establish 100% reserve asset type and detailed disclosure requirements for all payment stablecoin issuers. That would guarantee that a payment stablecoin holder can always redeem the stablecoin in the exchange for the equivalent dollar value.
Oh, the way a stablecoin should work.
The way they bill it as working.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope this passes. This sounds like it's on the level.
This has a long ways to go, though. This still has to go through the Senate hearings before it can even be brought up to be voted on. So this is going to take a while.
Kyle, the United States government system is known for its expedient nature on important pressing issues. I have no doubt that this will be passed by 2030.
By 2030, and then the next president will repeal it.
And then it'll immediately get repealed.
Yeah, this looks like good news for me from the way I can see it.
Yeah, as we followed crypto, we have seen the big obstacle is defining it.
Right.
And they stepped up, and it looks like they did a good job, because crypto to me makes a lot of sense as a commodity.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Just like gold, it's got a value.
Right.
It's got a dollar value, and people trade it like a currency. It can be minted into coins.
Could be minted into coins, or could be plated on your gun that I'm reaching for right now slowly.
Oh, my mom had gold teeth.
Yeah. No. Nice.
It's not fair, though, because you don't have one you can click.
I know, right? All right, Dan. I'll go first. For my good this week, I want to do something a little different, and I want to actually take it from the Discord for somebody else's good.
Oh, taking credit for somebody else's personal growth.
No, I'm not taking credit. I'm kidding. I just Jake C posted today, this is Friday morning, that he told himself that the first 20-point plus trade he got, he would take a shot of Don Julio out of the shot glass that we sent him for joining. And today was that day.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations, Jake. That is amazing. Really happy for you.
Great job. Great job, Jake. I'm going to take a shot later tonight. Maybe not Don Julio, but some whiskey in your honor. That's happening.
Well, I was just thinking, too, this is the first time we've ever condoned drinking at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, that happened.
Yep.
And I'll condone it again.
Yes.
Always drink at your trading desk.
And I will say, if anybody else wants to share their good, bads, or uglies, if you send us a good one, we'll be more than happy to supplement, because I'm sure people are getting sick of hearing ours.
I would like to know the trade setup he used.
I think he posted it.
Oh, okay. Well,
You have to go back and find it.
head out on the Discord if you want to see how he made those 20 points.
No, he did not share it.
Oh.
He just showed the shot glass with the date
Oh.
and the points.
Fair enough.
Awesome. All right. What was your good?
My good was continuing my process of working on my trading plan that's actionable and, set up like a trading plan that I can scientifically take notes and record data and improve.
We were talking about that earlier this week, and I was getting actually really excited for you.
God, where is it? It's in my notebook. That notebook, I clean my room, so it's like in a drawer now. I like looking around. I'm like, I don't see it. I actually have a 5-point process, and I have to flush out each of those points.
Mhm.
Is like many steps. So it's gone from like just like a quick thing I could have on a note card to like, no, this is specifically all of the steps. It's all there, and it's using the things that, like, all the pieces that work for me.
Mm-hmm.
On all the things we learned about. It's no one else's plan. It's like literally my version of the strategies put together.
Now you get to start collecting data and tweaking it.
Exactly. In fact, that leads to my bad. If you don't mind me jumping order.
No, go ahead.
This morning I rebooted my computer and I lost the 3-4 hours of charting work I had done from the night before that morning.
Oh man. Oh, that sucks.
I thought TradingView like auto saves.
I think it does if you close it. I think if you manually close it, but if you
just say, like, if you just
reboot
your computer with a reset button because you're angry.
Yeah, that might.
Yeah. So it's on me. And because I didn't have those chart setups, I can't collect the data.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it. It's like, oh, my whole morning, it's just done. It's just done right now. And I mark it open.
Oh, I see why that was. Yeah. I see why that was so annoying.
So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Walk away. I got all weekend to rebuild the charts.
It's a good job walking away, by the way. But if there's a bright side, you get to practice drawing those lines again.
Yeah, exactly.
I should go faster this time.
Luckily, it was just like the SPY, the QQQ, and the IWM. It wasn't the futures. The futures did save,
right?
Luckily, so it's not all my work, but it is a good.
It's enough that it's annoying. It ruins
and it's certainly
the entire
enough
day.
That it would have taken up my whole trading morning just to get and it would anyway. So I walked away. What was your bad?
I kept trading on a day after I'd called it quits for the day.
Oh.
So I went back to live this week. Started Tuesday. I think I finished. It would have been break even, like almost exactly break even, except I think I was sitting across from the computer. I wasn't even sitting at the computer, but I still had the charts pulled up. And then my setup happened again, and I saw the dominator fire. So I jumped up off the bed and clicked the market entry button, and then proceeded to take a stop. And then I got stopped out on the next one.
Wow.
It's not, I don't know if it's bad necessarily, because I didn't do a trade that wasn't out of plan. It just, I had already checked out for the day. So I don't know if the data I gathered from that was necessarily all that great, because I wasn't really observing it. I wasn't watching the lead up to it. I just jumped up off of the video I was watching from across the room and ran over and clicked the mouse button.
Oh, God.
That's not the way to execute, I don't think.
No, probably not the trade pro way, right?
No. So actually I did do better on Friday. I had one trade in the morning that was a partial win, and then I was pretty much done after watching things kind of slow down. So I flipped to sim for the end of the day. And I think that's the way to do it. If I want to continue testing, gathering data, just do it in sim. If you're already done, don't let it fuck with your mind.
Yeah.
What was your ugly?
I don't think I had an ugly this week. I didn't really trade.
I did.
Oh God. Okay.
All right. I was trading with Flurry on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. He joined me for the Open and discussing the setup that I was practicing. I was actually in a couple trades while he was there, and we were discussing like where he would want his take profit to be. So I actually broke my own trading plan rules and moved my take profit to a much further away target, and ended up taking a stop on something when I should have been collecting 15, 20 points on that initial take profit. So that has gone back in the rules and reinforced the trading plan setup that we don't skip take profits. If I want to start reaching for those stretch ones, I need to have more contracts.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I always struggle with in the options is like, I want to get the biggest, fattest gain on just one contract.
Right.
Like I don't want to just take profit down here when there's a chance I could really hit this out of the park if I just stay in the trade long enough.
Right. I mean, there's part of you that wants to be able to have those runners to really, run them all day. But I don't know. At the same time, like I need a better way of doing it. It can't be all or nothing. Once I hit where my take profit 2 would have been, like my stop should have been moving at least if I was going to try to push it rather than all or nothing, which is what that bet ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my plan doesn't have a plan for, trying to push wins and manage runners, then I shouldn't be trying to do it on the fly. And that's what makes that ugly.
All right. Well, shall we talk about a new bet?
I think we should.
I need it, wanna beat it, gonna win it if I take it from you. I'm filling my positions, quit your bitching, random's gonna lose. Got a chart full of levels and a stop that's not too tight. It's bet picking time in the shop, so pick 'em right.
All right. Lovable loser. Chicago Cubs of the bet.
Yeah. I'm going to short Redbox Entertainment, RDBX.
They still exist? I guess I did see one at the grocery store the other day.
They do still exist, and they surged on more than double their average volume. They went up 40% today.
Any reason?
And another 3%. I know in May they had like a buyout offer, but I don't see any news on TradingView.
It just says they surged on elevated volume. You sure you want to short something that the only thing that went up on a day that the markets fell across the board?
Well, they've got a buyout looming, and they surged up higher than the buyout price, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
They've got, they are in debt. They're getting bought out by Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment Group.
Another company I'm not familiar with.
I guess those Chicken Soup books are a publicly traded company.
I guess, or at least an equity company.
So yeah, because it doesn't list the buyout number.
Oh shit, they are an actual publicly traded company, CSSE.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Stock trades less than Redbox does.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I just see an opportunity for a quick buck because if there's no good reason for it to be worth more than the buyout because you're going to be holding the bag eventually. When the buyout happens, it plummets, okay?
Okay, hang on. Stock prices can be deceiving because of market capitalization is what really matters, right? The number of shares outstanding times the share price.
Yeah, Redbox is $430 million market cap.
It shows me, as of today, it should be around 600 million.
And it went up to 600 million, yeah.
Chicken Soup for the Soul is 108 million market cap.
That's...
How does that work? How does a company 6 times smaller than the company it's trying to acquire get that deal done?
I have no idea.
That's so weird.
I have no idea.
I like the short. A good bet pick.
Oh, shut up, Barons. I want to say the buyout deal. Yeah, 69 cents per share.
What? That was on May 11th, looks like.
Yeah.
69 cents a share. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, short that thing.
Yeah. Maybe the deal's not going to go through. We'll see.
You want any stops this time, or are you just going to let this one ride?
If it
take profit at $1.
right, no, if it hits, let's say, you know what? I'm already in last place, so I'll put the stop at 15. I'm going short. Stop at 15.
15. Good.
All right. What's your pick?
No take profit then.
Half at 11. And then the rest at 10. Not
going to push that all the way back down to 69 cents?
No, it's not going to do that in 1 week.
No, probably not. All right. I am going back to JP Morgan. I want to short it. I want to short half at the open, and I want to add to that at 126 if it bounces, and put my stop at 129.5. Take profits at 107.
Okay.
I just like the way JP Morgan is now just fell so hard on that inflation data. And with the Fed meeting coming up too, I think it crashes back below that 118 support and maybe goes and tries to fill that gap from back in October of 2020 or November.
Yeah.
And then for our random stock, we have another NASDAQ Capital Goods this time.
Ooh.
American Outdoor Brands. Random's going with the gun company.
Oh, Random.
Oh, no, wait. They split off. They split off the gun company, I think.
Too soon.
That's right. No, they split it off. I think. Wait, I should probably.
Is this the gun company that got spun off?
Maybe. It used to be Smith & Wesson, I think.
American Outdoor Brands Incorporated provides outdoor products and accessories for hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, personal security, and defense products for rugged outdoors. It offers products and accessories for shooting supplies, vests, vaults, and other related accessories. Premium sportsman. Yeah, it doesn't look like they.
Yeah, formerly Smith & Wesson Holding Corporation. I guess they just renamed. I wasn't sure if they split it off or if they just renamed it. No, they just renamed themselves. All right, well, Random, you're going to lose some fans this week.
The technicals say sell.
Yeah.
But the analysts say buy. How is that so often the case?
I know, right? Well, somebody has to be first.
Right,
you should talk somebody else into doing it.
All right. Well, there you have it. I'm going to short Redbox. Kyle's got his funky JP. Going back to the JP Morgan well.
It didn't work for me last time. Hopefully this time it does better.
Right. And then Random's got American Outdoor Brands, AOUT. AOUT. Come back next week, find out how we all did.
See if Random's been canceled.
Yes, see if Random's been canceled. I hope so. We'll have to check those Twitter followers. Right. Until next time, happy trades.
Bye.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks in the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.
This Pride, everyone's coming through for the Trevor Project on YouTube Shorts. Join us! Create a short showing how you're stepping up for Pride using the hashtag YouTube Pride Challenge. Come through for Pride on YouTube Shorts. Visit youtube.com/pride.
When you look into Discover Student Loans, what you see might surprise you. We can help cover your college costs, don't charge you fees, and give you cash rewards for good grades. Ready to apply? Visit discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.